Hello, good morning, welcome to weekly vlog 63. It is bank holiday Monday, so I'm being a blob in my pyjamas because I can. Had a nice surprise yesterday where I came home, so we have the birds and we have the boy back, so heart feels nice. We went for dinner at my mum's yesterday, which was very nice. A really good roast lamb dinner. I took round a blueberry and lemon cake and I did homemade buttercream with my big mixer. I will put a picture here. So yeah, with which my mum had a slice and my sister was going to have some, and yeah, everyone liked their little bits from Paris. The dog loved her toy. So yeah, all good. I started a new crochet project because I've pretty much finished my bag. I've just got to sew the strap onto it. I've finished making the crossbody strap, so I've got to sew it onto the bag and add a zip. So I've actually finished all the crochet for that project. It's now just a bit of sewing, so I just needed to do something. And I thought I would test out a pattern for the Art Nouveau cardigan I want to make, obviously, and I want to test out a way of doing one. So yeah, the only thing I'm thinking with this one is I've made the chain at the bottom. I think it's a bit too wide, but I don't know, because once it's made into a cardigan it would be just a nice baggy cardigan, but maybe I don't necessarily want everything baggy, so we'll find out. I did write down the number of chains I did to start this, so I can adjust it, and I will measure how it is at the bottom so then I can change it lengthwise if I need to. This is a tutorial. There is a YouTube tutorial, I will link it down below, but I have adapted it because in their one, sorry I'm going to bore you with crochet talk just for 5 minutes, they do 2 rows of double crochets, which is this solid one, and then a row of the holy filigree, you know, mesh stitch basically. But I'm just doing 1 row of double crochets and then 1 row of mesh because obviously I've got not as much wool, even with the extras I've ordered. I don't want to muller it, and also I would like to be trying out how to crochet summer weight stuff. Is my new thing I want to try. So I started doing this. This is out of the blue wool I got from Aldi, and yeah, trying this out. And I've already said to my mum, if she would like it, she can have this to test out, because she is someone who likes, with her fibro, is always in need of on and off in cardigans, so a summer weight cardigan will actually work really well for her. But yeah, so this is what I'm trying out, is yeah, a row of double crochet and then a row of we'll call it, you know, filigree. I don't know what else to call it right now, brain is being fancy. So yeah, so that is what I'm working on. On the pattern, on the video pattern, it says do 39 rows, so yeah, but obviously I've made it, if I hold my hook, it is quite wide, so I think I have cast on too wide, which is kind of a running theme of mine. But then again, I did hold it up against my sunflower cardigan, so I was kind of going for that kind of vibe. But then again, I think for the Art Nouveau one that would be too baggy, so yeah, so really is, it kind of needs a chunk taken off it, but as a tester, baggier one, it will be fine, and my mum will appreciate a looser one. So yeah, and it's nice to finally be able to make something for my mum. So yeah, so I'm gonna work this up in this like blue, yeah, give it to my mum. So this is what I'm working on. So yeah, so I'm again learning a new type of stitch. I've learned how to do the mesh stitch, which is pretty cool, and it will be fun to make something entirely out of this because it does work up very quick. So yeah, so that'll be very fun. But yeah, but for now we're just chilling at home today. Rye's pleased to be back to his gaming. The birds pleased to be home back in the big cages, and with, you know, video game screens. They've had like TV, so I've got really itchy leg. They've had like TV screens and that, but they're nerdy birds. They've missed music and they've missed, you know, video games. But yeah, we're having a very chill indoor day. It is quite a wet day today, so yeah, we are indoor folks who are doing indoor things. I'm doing some crochet this morning, and then I've got to edit today. Oh no, that's gonna be a theme of the week. I will apologise in advance. As you would have seen if you watched the car boot haul, I said about doing like a video a day for the next like week solid, because I have got that many videos I can do that are ready and prepped to go. I just got to edit them and get them up. So yeah, so obviously I got up a Paris vlog for you yesterday. I've got one more Paris vlog to go, and then it's the hauls. So yeah, and obviously there will be this weekly vlog. So there is, yeah, that is 7 days worth of videos. So do not be surprised if you by the end of this week you're like, if I see her face again, I'm gonna scream. But yeah, so that is kind of the plan this week, is to get a whole load of stuff edited and prepped, so then yeah, it can go up. So I think today, while having an indoor day, I'm going to crack on and get as much edited as I can and uploaded, so then it can all just sit there waiting and scheduled. So yeah, I mean literally I've already filmed all the hauls. I've just got to add an intro, outro and make a thumbnail, so, which for me nowadays is just screenshotting the intro, if I'm entirely honest, because they work so well as thumbnails, without having to design them separately. I mean, it's only, I think, the weekly vlog I design a thumbnail, but then again I've got to update the intro, so I'm working on stuff, I'm learning things, so yeah. But yeah, so I've got to make one more Paris intro for this last vlog, and then yeah, we're on to hauls and all the good stuff. And also, as you would have hopefully seen, I put up a car boot vlog the weekend. So yeah, so you know, when I do the car boot, that will be a regular thing where I will, yeah, I might not necessarily take clips at the car boot just because it's a bit awkward, but yeah, I would definitely give you guys a haul, and yeah, we can have, you know, a little thing, because then, you know, in my second-hand hauls, which are going to be, you know, every other month, is a reality for that. They can be bits I pick up in charity shops online and stuff I make, which will be nice to make it that. So yeah, but look how quickly this whizzes along. So yeah, it's a bit more as nice as my bag has been to make, because it's not single crochets, it fills up a lot quicker. So yeah, so it grows a lot quicker, like upwards. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So there we go. But yeah, so I'm going to enjoy a nice day of crocheting, and then a bit later I'll do some editing. I've got to do house jobs, you know. With Ryan coming home, part of his washing's been done, but we've got to do the other part. So yeah, so I'm gonna do some holiday washing, get his bits all finished, because yeah, and we're gonna chuck him through the bath today, because obviously he's been away and desperately needs a bath and a hair wash, and you know, all the good stuff. And yeah, get rid of his beard. So, but yeah, so there we go. So those are our plans for today. It's fairly chill. A bit of crafting, aka crochet, and then yeah, chucking the boy through the bath, doing some washing. Is kind of my aim for the day, which is not too bad, but yeah, and it's quite cool as well, because this is a bit more of a, obviously a stash buster project, because yeah, I am using wool I already owned, and as I've learned, I love a free video tutorial are my easiest ones to follow, especially when someone says this is the stitch you need to do, this is how many rows, and then yeah, just like come back for the next panel, and I'm like, I can do that. as you can see, this one, because it is something quite familiar, we're just cracking on with it. It's quite easy to sit and chat or sit and do other stuff while doing it, so yeah, it'll be quite easy to get this going. So yeah, so I'm gonna sit. I didn't really watch much YouTube yesterday, so I've got a lot of weekend YouTube to catch up on. And then yeah, it's obviously today just feels like Sunday because it's just weird. It's not a normal Monday. It's not going to be a normal week, to be fair. Rise's not back to college till Thursday, so yeah, it's just a weird week again. It's basically still holiday mentality till next week, apart from 2 days, so yeah. Although I did feel a bit of an idiot. I forgot to turn off one of my insanely early alarms from having to wake up to get the Eurostar to go to Paris. So my Fitbit alarm buzzed and woke me up at, I think it was 4:45 this morning. So yeah, that was the thing, and then I just fell back into sleep and I fell into some very weird dreams, just really weird. So yeah, but there we go. Look, see how much I can do. It was like there. So yeah, I'm gonna grow this and see how far we can get. Me and I'm on row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Row 9 now. So yeah, so we'll see how far we get in this big back panel during the day. But yeah, so it'll be quite a slouchy style cardigan for my mum, but then I can also know what I can measure it against for me for fitted stuff and figure stuff out basically. But yeah, so this is a test cardigan and my mum is happy to be the owner of said test cardigan. So there we go. So yeah, so I will catch up with you beautiful folks a wee bit later this hour though. But yeah, we're starting our Monday very chill, very easy because it's bank holiday and we can. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful folks a wee bit later. Bye. Hello, good morning, happy Tuesday. It's just coming up to 20 to 9. I've been up for like nearly an hour. Ryan's already out for the day, bless him. He had a proper blob day yesterday. So yeah, he did lots of computer stuff. He just enjoyed being with his birds, you know. So yeah, and sorry I didn't get back to you. I ended up, I fell asleep and had a nap. You know, because tired apparently. Body wouldn't sleep if it wasn't tired. You know, that's my kind of mantra. And then I spent the afternoon into the evening editing most of the day. I edited 3 videos, did some bits on some other ones as well, got one uploaded, replied to some of your comments, yeah, just did a few little house jobs and bits and bats. So yeah, and I did end up going to bed with a killer headache, which was a bit much. I think I did a bit too much screen time yesterday on the old laptop. So yeah, and yeah, I just honestly forgot to get back to you. I was just busy. Oh, ignore my stomach. I've just had some food. Just waiting for it to hit my stomach. Yeah, so, but yeah, Rise went out today to the workshop. He's going to get some of his 3D prints done. They'll be home for dinner, but he was like, I'm just going to head out early. He's like, that way he's got like 4.5 hour prints, and he's like, I might be able to get 2 of them done, which would be nice. And he was like, it gives me practice for college. So yeah, because he did say, he said, I have been going to bed late, waking up late all holiday, so I kind of need to get back into waking up. Which is very sensible, you know. Why do I have such a sensible young man in my life? He's amazing. So yeah, so he is off doing that today. I said I'd ping him some lunch money. I was going to pop out to town today, but I just figured when I looked at bits and I was like, do you know what, for the weight of the heavy stuff that I need to go get. It worked out better and easier, and just, you know, filled in the gaps to do the rest of this week and a good chunk of next week to do an online food shop. Bearing in mind, the weekend just gone, obviously I didn't do one. Did a little bit last week, but obviously there was the Tesco delivery from when I got back from holiday, and that was, you know, a week and a bit ago now. So I indulged and got another Tesco delivery because Ryan needs smoothies and bits. So yeah, and I thought I'd get like stuff like a whole load of like various dry cured meats, like sort of saucisson and chorizo and salami and that kind of thing for his paninis and some sliced cheese. So yeah, so I've got like panini supplies and snacks and all kinds of things. So yeah, so got all that coming tomorrow, because yeah, they had the only delivery for today was between 7 PM and 11 PM, because I always get the flexi ones because then they're only £3. And I don't do food, evening food orders. So yeah, so I'm just like, so Wednesday it is, you know, so that is all cool. I have been sat watching some crochet videos. We'll say, I'll show you them. I've been doing, I mean, obviously I haven't done it yet today, but my eyes, I'm not sure if you're noticing the difference. I know I look tired. That's just my face. My eyes seem a hell of a lot less puffy and that, because I've been using my little eye cream and my new face moisturiser. So yeah, obviously I'm yet to put it on today, but it is making a difference, I'm finding. So yeah, so my skin is getting there. It's obviously having a little bit of flare up in places, and I've got some freckles coming up, which is very cool. You know, Rye came back with such a wonderful amount of freckles on his face. I was like, oh, the freckles on your mush. But yeah, he had a very good time on holiday, and then it's friends for a couple of days. So yeah, actually while we're sitting there, let's put some eye cream on. You don't only need the tiniest little bit of this, but it is currently on offer in both Superdrug and Boots. So I am going to get some more, just because it works really well and I do like using it. So yeah, so and I think it's on offer for like just about a tenner, which is pretty good. Bear in mind it's only 15, and I paid, I can't remember how much I paid. It was something, but I think it was like €10, so it would have been like £9. So it's as near as I'm going to get to France prices. So there we go. Bit of eye cream on. Signs of aging. But I'm not trying to hide them. It just helps hydrate, because yeah, here's one thing I've been a bit shit at actually since getting home from holiday, is drinking as much water as I did while I was away. So I do need to get back into that. But I'm going to use you guys as a little mirror while I put my moisturiser on, just because, you know, it's needed. This is why so I have some bits in my room, and then I have some bits in the living room. This is the new moisturiser I got. I don't know the brand, Uriage, however you pronounce it. And then it's water cream, which I thought sounded really good. So yeah, and it's just a light moisturiser, because I don't want anything too heavy, because then it blocks pores and I get bloody spots, which is what I'm trying to stop. But yeah, so does my skin good, and it smells nice, and it goes, for me, my thing is I like things to be quick absorption, because I don't want it leaving like a layer on my skin, because I'm that fussy. Hence why I've for years, especially as a kid and all that, sensory issues with sun cream, because it leaves a layer on your skin. And yeah, so I've not been the biggest fan of serums and all that kind of stuff. You know, for me body butter is my idea of a nightmare, to be honest. But there we go. she's moisturised. So yeah, but today is house jobs really. I don't have anything major I need to be doing, but you know, I'm going to do some bits like I need to put the wall back together from where I went digging the other day to find something to do my tester project, which has now ended up going to be a cardie for my mum. Just because it'd be nice to make my mum something, to be honest. And yeah, I showed you yesterday, didn't I? I like this sort of mesh and then double crochet situation. Although I did find a really cool cardigan of someone who did it with triple crochets, and it made a really cool one. So, and they start from the neck down, which will be a fun way to learn it, and it shows you how to increase. Sorry, I'm gonna bore you titless with crochet talk because I've got really into projects at the moment now that I cleared the big ones off my mental books, if that makes sense. I got my sunflower one done, and yeah, so I'm like, oh, I can learn some new stuff. So obviously I've made my bag, learnt a new stitch, made a bag. That's pretty amazing. And then now I'm like, oh, what could I do? And I'm like, I could learn to crochet a thing in one go without sewing it together. So you learn how to do increases at the armpit, and it's raglan style. And yeah, and I'm like, that would be fun. So yeah, so I watched that yesterday and I'm thoroughly impressed. So that might be my next one to do. So yeah, because I don't really want to start anything to do with my Art Nouveau cardigan until I get the rest of the wool I ordered has arrived, which, you know, I thought I only bought 4 balls from Paris for some reason. Now I bought 6, but still that's only 300 grams. That will not be enough for a whole cardigan, so I am pleased I got another 4, which makes it 500 for a whole cardigan. Bear in mind I want to do stuff on it, like designs, you know, it just makes sense. So yeah, so then it means if I want to, I can do like interesting edging and cuffing and bottom bit in maybe the orange or the yellow, especially I think probably the orange, because the orange is lovely, there is more of it. So yeah, but no, I've got quite a few actually deliveries due quite soon. Let me turn my squint on it on, check on some of them. I have got a Temu order of some crochet supplies, which is now in the country. It's being prepared for customs, which is cool. And then yeah, I've got 2 surprise bags I got from TikTok of all places. I was inspired by someone who was showing off their one, and then they got another one. I'm like, that's a lot of wool for that price. So yeah, so I was thoroughly impressed. So let's have a look at the, where's, I have to open an every page, sorry, talking while doing this. There we go. Parcel is at the delivery depot, we'll let you know when it's out for delivery. So that could be potentially out for delivery today, because that was at the local depot on Sunday. And as we know, that was Easter, and then Easter Monday, you know. So there's a chance that might be out today, which would be nice. And then obviously I've got my wool coming from Spain. So yeah, so I'm due 3 different craft deliveries, we'll call them. So yeah, so the one that I think will be the soonest, like the first, is maybe the everyone with the surprise bags. Honestly, you get so much wool, and it was like £12 per bag, and then TikTok threw me a voucher for £6 off, and it was free delivery, and I was like, this works out really fucking good value. So yeah, so you know, bearing in mind I'm doing projects where I'm just wanting to learn stitches and learn how to do stuff, a whole load of surprise coloured wool is cool with me, because yeah, I'm cool with colour. I don't mind any colour, you know, and if not, I can combo it with something I've already got and make it multicoloured. So yeah, so that is you know, my thoughts on that, which is cool. But you know, oh, bleh. So yeah, so that's kind of my day. But we're gonna be I'll say I'm flying solo. A couple of house jobs to do. I've got to start the boys' holiday washing. Because a few bits were washed, but they were literally like, he only handed over like 3 or 4 things. So me thinking a lot of his stuff was washed. No, he handed over literally an outfit, because Ryan. So I think I'm going to crack on and get some washing going, so then I can take it, put it outside on a closed area and just leave it on my balcony door with the door closed. So it can just dry for the day, because I don't think we're due any rain today. It was very wet yesterday. It's dry today. Tomorrow it's wet in the morning, and then it dries off for the afternoon. So yeah, we're hitting that on and off days. Next week looks pretty good actually. So I'm gonna crack on with some jobs today. Nothing major, and then in between jobs I'm gonna sit and work on this, just because this is really quite lovely to sit and do. It works up really quick, and it's just nice, and a bit of I've been on purpose watching videos of mindless crochet projects to do and things to do, just to boredom killers, and I'm like, so my brain's like, oh, we could work on a little thing, and we can do this and we can do that, and I haven't made a blanket, and I'm like, I'm quite looking forward to doing a bit of mindless crochet rather than very specific. So this is cool that I'm learning how, I'm practicing a jump up before I do the fancy one. Feels very sensible, rather than me who usually jumps in straight away with all the fancy stuff, including like fabric and that. So this is very grown up of me to go, let's do a practice one using the Aldi wool that I bought at £1 something a ball, rather than the €7-8 a ball, and even then it's half the size, so then it works out for the same amount of wool €16 a ball. So it's like, let's use the cheap wool first as a practice and test out and all that, and know the size of things. So I've written down the amount of chains on this one, so I need to measure how wide that is, and then see and be like, okay, well that's a baggier one, I need to make that more fitted, so I need to make it size, and then chain to that size. So it's a good practice, because I still think I've made this one too wide, but we live and learn. So this is kind of how we go sometimes. I'm still learning how to do sizing on things, and it's very hard to figure out the sizing on crochet things when you have weird body things anyway. So I'm kind of crocheting still for old Cheryl size, and it's still always a bit way too big, but we'll get there. So but on a fine note, I think the little wheelie trolley sat in front of me very fat with clothes, so I think I'm gonna go empty that straight into the washing machine and get that going, and just pile the wool stuff back up where I dug in it the other day, just so it's sort of gives me a clear space for the balcony really. But today's going to be fairly chill, and this whole week is going to be fairly chill entirely. Well, it's just that kind of week. Bry's got several days off. I want to enjoy time with him. And just working our way through life and just getting back into our levels of normal and getting back into routines. But there's nothing major I've got to do out the house that I really want to do. I'm seeing all the family people I want to see. I don't particularly want to go mooching around the shops at the moment. I just want to hunker down, hide in my house, wait for all my deliveries, and sit and basically play with my new toys coming in the post. So I've got like a a yarn ball winder, so when that arrives I can turn the skeins of wool I've got into balls, which will be so fun, you know, silly things. And then obviously I want to see what I get in these surprise bags, and then I want to see my nice French wools. Then I've got all of that together, so then I can start, you know, I am going to make a dedicated video purely on that. And then I do want to start working through my little video suggestion list, of which you guys are amazing, and always, you know, if you ever think of an idea of something you want, or you think, oh, this will be nice to see, or I wonder if she'd ever do this, please drop it as a comment, you know, let me know, you know, Cheryl, would you ever do a video about on doing, you know, I'm more than happy, you know, to say, I'll be honest, and if it's not my cup of tea, I say not quite, but you know, I'm going to work my way through it. I've got them all written down. I've got sketchbook tours, I've got doing live art, I've got just more art in general, which I am so looking forward to doing, especially, you know, starting my new travel sketchbook. I get to start fresh, so, you know, junk journaling and then sketching and painting on top will be fun to do. I've got crochet projects. I've got my 6 months crochet checkup I want to do. I've got a planning Paris Disney holiday. You know, here's some info on what I did, if that helps you guys. You know, I've got quite a little collection of video suggestions that I want to work my way through. But obviously this week I'm working my way through Paris stuff. So obviously there is this weekly vlog and there are Paris hauls. So like today, there is the first of the hauls going live. So yeah, obviously by Friday you would know this. But yeah, so Monday was the last of the Paris vlogs, vlog 5. Tuesday, which is today, is Disney haul. Wednesday is, I think it's wool and knit. No, wool and fabric haul. And there's vintage, so that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday is vintage haul. Friday is this weekly vlog. Saturday is food, tourist hat, souvenirs, that kind of thing. And then Sunday is pharmacy haul, skincare and all the good stuff. So then there's all the French stuff done, and then I can, yeah, get working on my little list of bits and pieces. Obviously when the weather is good, sorry, I've got a bit of a runny nose, need to take hay fever tablet. When the weather is good, I will be going to the car boots on Saturdays. So, you know, some weekends there might be a weekend vlog, other times I might just do a car boot vlog and just, yeah, do that and have it uploaded either for the Saturday or Sunday, you know. I'm going to try and get some more stuff going, or if, you know, more interesting bits happening as the weather improves, you know, as it gets nicer. I'm looking forward to going on walks and taking my crochet projects out with me and going sitting and just, you know, take a lunch and my headphones out with me and just go sit in the park, you know, for a good couple hours and crochet in the out and about, just sitting there enjoying, you know, fresh air and, you know, crocheting and people watching and that kind of thing. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing that, as obviously the weather improves, so then it makes it a lot easier to be heading out and about. So yeah, and obviously the more I'm out in the sunshine, the more I get braver at going out and about, because yeah, you get that weird, you know, say home is safe, home is safe, home is safe, and then you just want to go, but outside is pretty, you know. So yeah, the one I'm looking forward to the most, you know, the newest thing I'm looking forward to is going for a walk round. We have got like loads of woodland where we live. There's like old woodland. It's amazing. I've walked around it since I was a kid, grew up near it. Yeah, we have one which is entirely full of bluebells, and I love going to the bluebell woods. It just brings me such joy. There is a little moat bit inside it, which is always fun to see if there's any frog spawn, because, you know, frogs. I love frogs. That's one thing I miss about my relative's garden, is the pond with the frogs, because it was kind of my job to check. I used to go check every time I could. I'd always go check on the frogs and, yeah, check they're alright, top up the water, you know. And yeah, I do thoroughly miss my little frog pond. But, you know, the joys of that they're resilient little people. If there is no water, they will go find all kinds of shady, damp bits to live in, and yeah, they do adapt. But yeah, I miss my little amphibian friends. So, but all okay. But yeah, so I think when I go for my mooch around the bluebell woods, I will see if I can spot any frog spawn with one of it. And yeah, and my mum wants to go do some wedding pictures down there in her wedding frock and that with my stepdad, which is nice. So yeah, so we're going to do it last year. We were like, oh yeah, no, we'll just wait for, you know, Gray to feel better. We'll just wait. He's a bit run down at the moment. And yeah, ended up he was actually in heart failure with the less than 10% working heart, and they were amazed he wasn't dead. So yeah, yeah, funnily enough, we've been working on him the past year between all these things. So yeah, no, so he's got a much healthier heart than compared to before, you know, thanks to experimental drugs and all kinds of bits and pieces. But yeah, no, so we're gonna try it and do that again. Take 2 this year. This year's the year for take 2s. We've had a take 2 holiday. Now I'm gonna do a take 2 on a photos. Me doing photos and videos and bits. But yeah, Belly, I fed you. Why are you grumbling? Yeah, but I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to go put a wash load on. The sooner it's on, the sooner I can get it out. So yeah, and I'll catch up with you folks. Now I've been rambling at you 25 minutes. I don't think there'll be much else to show you today, because I'm literally planning to crochet and just do some washing today. It's a very not really day, so some of these days are like this, and that's what today is. So yeah, so I'll probably catch up with you beautiful folks tomorrow. And yeah, we will see what we get up to, and I can show you my progress. But yeah, so far I think I'm on 11 rows in. So this is 11 rows. And I'll show you how far I've got by tomorrow, which hopefully, I'm really hoping I've like doubled it. Would be really nice. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful folks tomorrow. Bye. Hello, please excuse my flushed cheeks. My migraine has come back. I'm feeling rather delicate. I'm just waiting for some meds to work. My cool cap has warmed up. My brain hurts right now. I want to show you 2 things. Number 1, I've been crocheting most of the day. It's currently 20 to 5. I know I said I'd catch up with you tomorrow. I just want to show you my crocheting I've done some washing holiday clothes as well. But yeah, where are we? The red marker was where I started. And I've done all this so far today, and it's wide as well, because obviously cardigan shaped, and it's quite wide because obviously I'm making a looser fit cardigan, but I'm thinking I might take it in a bit, because obviously when you look at the width of it against my shoulders, it's very wide, but it's looking pretty freaking good. So yeah, so I figured I put a marker in to know I've got another, it was 14 rows, so 13, 11, this is what happens when we got my correct, 14 rows, so 1, 2, I'm on 3 out of 14 for the length, is what I've figured by holding it up against me. It's about here, and obviously I need the shoulder bit covered, so then yeah. But I want to show you just the orange of the bag. My order I got from TikTok shop, a wall shop that's on TikTok shop, does mystery bags, and I got 2. As I said earlier, with the voucher works out to be like, they're meant to be £12 each, and I got them for £18, £19 something, and free postage. So yeah, so let me show you what I got in it. Basically, it looks to be potentially like basically 3 projects. I'm looking at the wall, 3/4 projects, maybe 3 with one of them, because I think it would be really good together. So let me show you what I've got. I got this little set of cotton, which I haven't yet to try. I'm yet to try, but with doing like this mesh stitch that I'm doing, a lot of summer clothes seem to be made out of cotton, So I'm thinking something like this will be quite fun to experiment with, something mesh or netty. It's like cream and then it's got some colours through it, like some blues and oranges and yellows. So yeah, so I think it does little bursts of colour. So I think that would be fun to do as a mesh top for the summer. So yeah, and there's 3 balls of that, 100 grams. So hopefully get a little mesh something or a vest or something out of it would be fun. 2 balls of this. I'm not too sure what I would do with this. I think I'm just going to put it in my stash and something will hit me when it gets more autumnal, because I think paired with something, probably an orange, will look amazing. And it's a larger hook size. It's a 9mm hook. Sorry if I sound a bit slow. Honestly, my face is down here, round, it goes across my ear, up here. My migraine is ever covering. I'm at the point I need to actually close the curtains because it hurts my face. So yeah, I feel like I'm a bit, when I get migraines I feel a bit droopy. And I've only taken like boosted up ibuprofen for my migraines. I can't say anything stronger. It honestly whacked me out, and I was waiting for this delivery so I couldn't take anything strong. Not that I particularly like to. I like to just get rid of it with darkness and cooling things and all that. So yeah, but back to this. I've got 2 balls of this wool. It's Yarn Art Revolution, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. Don't think it's got a colour or anything. No, it's just numbers, and it's like a brown, like a rusty colour and cream. It's very chunky. So 2 balls of that, 150 grams. So again, could be something interesting, probably like a hexie cardie maybe, with some orange chucked in it. Make an autumnal hexie cardie. So yeah, these 2 things I'm going to kind of class as one project, because I've been watching someone make one today and it looks really pretty cool. So yeah, so this I think could do that kind of project, and maybe the leftovers could do a little cardie thing or something with it. But I have this. I've just opened the packet to feel it. Actually, let's open the packet properly. Slightly fuzzy, which is not I don't like fuzzy things around my body, so I find it a bit but I love the colours in it. It goes lilacs into greens. Yeah, it's 100 grams and it's 80% acrylic, 10% nylon, 10% wool. So yeah, just got these little stickers on it. So yeah, as you can see, it has got, you know, it's very soft, I will say that, you know. So yeah, but I know that I have had pre-made cardigans like from Sainsburys, and I actually had to get rid of it because I find that kind of fluffy wool a bit much. So yeah, but there's 3 balls of that. It smells a bit vinegary, but it'll air off. And then to go with that, I've got this 100% acrylic purple wool. You get the colour of the purple there. There's 5 balls of it, so yeah, 500 grams, and then these 3 is 800. And I have had quite a few crochet videos on this morning, just to something really nice, background and just pleasant, just to be there. Just some nice someone talking to you videos, like I like to do this for other people who like me talking to them. And yeah, and also there is something about, I open up this bag, because obviously I've just worked with it. I do love this colour purple, this like deep, like Cadbury purple is the only way I can think to describe it. It's darker than the purple on my sunflower cardigan. So yeah, but you see what I mean by the 2 of those are a really good colour combo. Yeah, I've seen someone who crocheted a skirt, a long skirt, and it looked really cool. So yeah, so I might use these to make a skirt, which would be fun. Bearing in mind I'm trying all kinds of new stuff. Just realised there's a hole in my PJ trousers. I have to fix that. But yeah, so there we go. So we've got a skirt, some kind of autumnal project for a bit later in the year. and I think this will be an interesting spring project. Let's open up the bag actually while we're busy actually opening things. So I think this will, it's very soft, I will say that. You know, you think cotton, oh, it's a bit dished out. No, 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 this is extremely soft. Okay, this would make a lovely mesh thing then for the summer. What size hook does it say? 3.75. And if I shuffle some bits across, look, it has a little shoot of colours of teal, blue, orange, yellow. I think that will make quite a fun mesh top. That is very soft. You know, I've only felt cotton that's meant to be used for dish rags, basically. It specifically says it. But yeah, this is very soft, so I'm impressed with that. So yeah, so that'll be fun to play around with. Oh, it's the colour beach. So yeah, so that'll be fun to play with and make a summery mesh shirt. So I think that there's a pattern I was watching last night, a raglan jumper where you work from the neck downwards, I was telling you about. I think that might work well for that maybe. Or do like a mesh style one. I'll have to watch some more YouTube tutorials, but yeah, I think there's definitely something summer based. And I think mesh based would be fun because it's very soft. We'll work in the raglan and see how far we get, but I don't think 3 balls would get me far. But there we go. So yeah, so please, it's alright. I was expecting more, but this is a surprise bag. You can't expect the world. So, but yeah, I do like those two walls together, and I wouldn't necessarily pick it, but I think that slight fluffy stuff would make a very cool skirt. And like, yeah, these like long treble crochets. Let me just look on my TikTok a sec, because yeah, I did save something by this person who crocheted a thing the other day, so I should have something like this saved, I think. Here's a similar one. So yeah, these kind of vibes. So if I press play,
Tutorial on how to make this super spinny yet lightweight skirt that has gone very viral on my TikTok.
So yeah, so it's that kind of, I think it's like treble crochets and you increase it out. Talking crochet talk, I apologise if you don't give a shit. But yeah, so it goes outwards rather than down. It gives it flair. Yeah, someone I follow on YouTube called Hannah something. I thought I had a video of hers on here, but I don't think I do. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking to follow to do the skirt, because it's basically make a waistband, which is ribbing, and then attach stitches, and then work along and make a skirt as you go out. And she makes a ankle length one, but yeah, or even, you know, either knee length or mid calf would be fun. So yeah, so I might use that for that, and maybe especially, you know, would be a fun combo of colours and bits. So there we go. So there is an additional extra. I don't think I'll get a mystery bag again, because I like to pick my walls and yarns, and I like to touch stuff. So yeah, so this was a fun experiment in testing out mystery bags. I'm not much of a mystery bag person. I like to go touch things in person, which is why I've been quite about buying stuff online, because like fabric, I like to feel it in person. I like to see the drape. I like to know the itch. You know, it works for wool as well. So yeah, so all I've done online is buy what I have previously used or reserved, like at Hobbycraft. So yeah, the only wool I've bought which is a mystery, but it does list what's in it, and it is like the skeins I bought from Paris of the sock wool. I have bought some sock wool on Vinted today. I got 3 different ones. One is a bundle of 2 and a separate one. 2 are like super merino wash, come on with something else. One's 100% and the other one is merino and silk. my sister's one is merino and silk. Oh my god, it's the softest thing ever. So yeah, so I got some wool off Vinted, but it's the posh wool, and I paid £5 for 2 of the skeins, like £5 each, and then one of them was £6. So yeah, because my mum, when I said, oh yeah, I've got Rosie this one, and she's asked for socks, and my mum went, can I ask for socks? So now I have 2 people wanting socks for Christmas. I haven't made a pair of socks yet. Working my way through the list of things. You're currently sat on top of a crochet bag I need to put together while I'm testing out a crochet pattern for the first time. You know, my mum can have this one, and then I know the sizing and the rows and all that, so it helps me with numbers. It's quite funny, but it's quite nice that everyone's like, can I have a thing? You know, it's like April, can I have a thing? Which is sweet. So yeah, so that's very nice, but there we go. So I'm gonna go close the curtains because honestly my head is absolutely dumping right now. And yeah, I will catch up with you beautiful people tomorrow, and we will see what we get up to with our day. But well, I know what we're going to get up to. We've got a Tesco delivery coming because I added more migraine tablets to it. Oh, the joys of being a 30-something. So don't spit it, Cheryl. What fun. But yeah, no, this is migraine, Cheryl. You can tell I've got a migraine because I get my rosacea flush kicks in, and it's, yeah, and I'm like, oh, my temperature goes funny, get really warm if it's take my layer of my dressing gown just comfortably loosely on my arms, and I'm like, oh, boiling, and I'm like, oh, and then my face went up and I'm like, oh, here comes the head. So, yeah, my brain hurts, so I'm gonna go hide. I might bring the washing in so I could just close the door and just proper bubble. And yeah, I've already spoke to Bri. He's going to be home about 6:30, no, 7:30-ish. He's going to leave the workshop because we've organised what length print he's got time to do. So yeah, so he'll be home for dinner later. But yeah, but I'm going to sit here and close the curtains. I'm going to sit and quietly carry on crocheting so I can get the back of this cardi done. And then I feel better, so then I can write down measurements and compare it to one of my sunflower one basically, and then work on figuring out the rest of the measurements for the rest of the card. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you beautiful people tomorrow. Bye. Hello, good morning, happy Wednesday, I think we're up to. I'm just trying to check, but my thing showed me the date, not the day. So yeah, I'm in slightly humid clothes. It's a bit nippy, it's just wet, so I've got a long sleeve and my jumpsuit on. And our Tesco delivery has just arrived. They even called because they were like, we're a bit early, do you want it early? And I'm like, yes. So yeah, I would tell you what's downstairs and also what the boys just ninjaed, just to save life, make life easier. We've got 6 packs of orange Lucasades, 2 packs of raspberry Lucasades, a 24 pack of Pepsi. They're all downstairs. Obviously I still have stuff, I still have loads of veg from the cheap veg offer last week with Easter. 2 bags of potatoes, 3 things of broccoli and a thing of carrots. So, and obviously frozen veg as well, and tin veg, so I did not eat vegetables really with this food shop. Part of it is a restock because obviously before we went away we were saving money as and where we could, so we were eating everything out of the freezer and fridge and cupboards. So yeah, so I've done a smidgen of a restock on some stuff just because we kind of needed it. So everything is on the floor. I'm just going to scrape it a bit closer. So yeah, so if you keep me constantly bending down, it's because it's all on the floor. There we go. So let's start here. 2 sausage rolls. All this came to 80, I think including the delivery it was either 86 or 83, and then I added headache tablets, and it was 89 including delivery. So yeah, so obviously all the drinks downstairs. 2 sausage rolls, Rise Ninja 1. We got panini supplies because we have none. No sandwich making supplies. I had a crisp sandwich yesterday because we literally had no fillings. fancy cheese was on offer, salami, chicken, ham, and then we have saucisson, and then chorizo, panini supplies. For the paninis, Ryan prefers the bakery ones. I'm with him on that. Yogurt wise, got chocolate mousses, and then I've got some orange whipped Greek style ones. These were on offer. They're very lovely. I just like lemon yogurt. Pack of wraps. 2 3-packs of chicken. Rise open these to ninja some. These are currently offer at £1, so we'll do the cleaning supplies while we got all 3 together. I have got one of these in the bathroom and it's really good and it smells amazing. I've got it off the reduced. It's the Neat plastic free cleaning supplies. So I got a concentrated refill of the Sage and Mint anti-bac bathroom spray. This was on offer at £1.75, and then as I keep giving away all my sprays, it seems at the moment, just thought I need a kitchen spray, so I thought I would treat myself to this because this was half price. And yeah, it's the metal reusable bottle. I'll open it a second, with the refill in it. It comes with a refill, and I've bought another refill just so I've got one in the cupboard. These are metal bottles with a silicone bottom. Well, yeah, you can see it's metal. And yeah, this is the anti-bac multi-surface cleaner, and it comes with a refill. This is the size of the refills, and this is mango and fig, and I also bought a refill, so I've got it in the cupboard. So yeah, so these are really good. They're glass bottles, metal lids, everything's recyclable, so I'm kind of, yeah, I didn't need the glass cleaner and stuff like that, so I'm slowly lessening my supplies to that kind of thing where I can just have, you know, one thing for one job is what I'm wanting. Just to be environmentally better, and also it saves me space in the cupboards, so it just makes sense. 3 boxes of the chicken burgers, because these are the same price as Aldi. A lot of this stuff was Aldi price match, so it made my life easier and meant I could get specifics like migraine meds and bird food and all that. I didn't have to go do it in person, and I didn't have to pay for a taxi home because it would have been heavy, so you know. And also, if I'm entirely honest, Pepsi was £7 for a crate of 24. Chocolate cheesecake is a nice pud. 3 chocolate milks. One has been ninjaed already. Another normal milk, because I have bought cereal, because obviously I've kind of eaten my way through a lot of the cereal. A bag of cooked frozen chicken, because this is so easy to defrost and just add a flavouring to and have it as a dinner with noodles, or you know, in a thing. It makes really good chicken pie. So obviously I'm on the lingering aura stage of headache, hence the glasses and the not doing anything to my hair today, because the idea of touching it or putting it up, you know, apart from swooping it out my face, you know, I'm not going right for the route. I don't want to touch my hair. I'm trying really hard not to bring my migraine back, is the aim. But yeah, but while I had it yesterday and it was screaming, and also my neck is still very tender, so yeah, being careful. Today is a very, I mean this whole week is a very chill at home week, but today especially I've got some washing going, and yeah, it's a very easy day today. My missions, I'm doing the make it smell nice wash load. Rise pants. Kids with bowel issues, it's a medical condition. What can you do apart from just buy fabric conditioner and make things smell good? I'm currently going through and double checking the vintage haul, so then that can get uploaded for tomorrow. And I plan to crochet and finish the back of a cardigan and then start on the front. So those are kind of my plans for the day. But yeah, but back to the haul. I've got 2 packs of my migraine meds because these do work. These and a caffeine drink, like full foot. That's why I bought Pepsi. Coke is better for migraines, but Coke was like 13 quid. Pepsi was 7. So yeah, so migraine meds. Pack of spinach for the bulbs, and also on the level of laziness, and they've been having the nice stuff at my mum's house. They have birdseed, and it's got all kinds of good stuff in it. So yeah, so birdseed and spinach for the bulbs. Kind of grabbing, oh shit, sorry. Oh, come on, let's take you back. There we go. Battery's just about to die, so I'm going to change the battery over and then we'll carry on. There we go, fresh battery. Pile of sweet stuff. Knock off Mars bars. Viscount biscuits. Crunchies. Crunchies are amazing. Kit Kats. Knock off Kit Kats. Blue Ribbons, because they were cheaper than the own brand. And knock off Milky Ways. The sweet tub is fully stocked up and we are ready for back to college next week. I've got a pack of pan of chocolate and then also a pack of loo roll. Just because until I can get to Costco to do the mega stock up, I'm just buying individual packets. So yeah, and also obviously my friend is busy with things and stuff. So yeah, me and her daughter has just got married, so and she has been in charge of wee tiny niece. So yeah, all good. And she has a screamingly bad back, bless her. So yeah. But there we go, that is food shop. Yeah, I'm going to put it all away. So yeah, so that is all good. Very happy with all that. That along with bits I picked up last week, and yeah, stuff will last ages. I mean, obviously I've got like fish and things, and yeah, as I said, we've got loads of veg, we've got potatoes, we've got frozen potato stuff, you know. We've got beans and all that kind of thing, so we've got a good amount to make a whole load of dinners, let alone the make from scratch stuff, like, you know, making a big like tray of mac and cheese. I'm thinking maybe would be good because I really fancy stodgy pasta. So yeah, so that's definitely on the cards for this week. But yeah, so there we go. So very happy with that. Rye's happy, he's got lunch supplies, he's got panini supplies, and he has got chicken burgers because the past 2 days we like chicken burger. I'm like, we've got chicken chunks, and he's like, okay, we'll have them in a wrap. And then yesterday he was like, chicken burger, and I'm like, we got chicken pops, which are even smaller. And he's like, I was like, oh, we got pizza, and he's like, oh, I'll have a pizza. And I actually ate the whole pizza, he was starving. So yeah, so there we go. So tonight I think he's gonna be a very happy bunny that he finally has his chicken burgers. That's why I bought 3 boxes of them. So yeah, so the joys of, you know, the tism. And yeah, safe food in our house is a chicken burgery breaded chicken steak thing in a wrap with a piece of plastic, you know, burger cheese and a squirt of tomato sauce folded up. That is safe food. Happily eat that. Not hungry, chicken wrap. We'll eat chicken wrap. So yeah, so that's our safe food in this household, and that is, yeah, the boys go to. No matter what, we'll eat chicken in wrap. So yeah, so I'm going to put away this frozen stuff and the chilli stuff and just put all the other stuff on the side for now because I will organise it later. But yeah, so really pleased, got some cleaning supplies, you know, got bits and pieces, and I can now, yeah, finish with this vlog. I've got another 5 minutes to watch, and then yeah, it will be all done and dusted, so then I can export it and then upload it, and then there is tomorrow's video done, which is great. And then it means I can then also start putting in the footage of this vlog for you lovely folks to get that edited ready for Friday. And then yeah, the other vlogs are for the weekend, the other hauls are for the weekend, because they're going to involve a lot more thinking, because the pharmacy one is a doozy. I've got to put the prices on the screen for everything, because yeah, I like to make my life really hard. So yeah, so filming Cheryl was like, yeah, no, editing Cheryl's gonna hate me. We're now editing Cheryl, and yeah, I'm not a fan of her. But yeah, so now I'm gonna sit, crochet some more on my cardigan back for my test cardigan. Yeah, I ordered some more of Vinted yesterday. I shouldn't have done, but I don't really care. It's for Christmas presents. I also did a TU Sainsburys order yesterday. I saw something and I was like, oh, it's no good. That's really fucking nice. Please excuse me if you can't hear. The washing machine is on. it's mega spin moment in the last minute. It's not, thankfully not as loud as it used to be. But yeah, I had a moment, I'm like, oh, that vest is ruffly and it has scallops and it's pink denim, and oh my god, I love it. It's £25. And I was like, oh, the blue one's cheaper, but the pink, you know, when something really gets you and you're like, I love it, I've seen it before, and I was like, I like that a lot. Pre-holiday I saw it and I'm like, fuck it, I like it. And then I was just looking through their sale stuff and found a whole load of stuff, which I bought to put away for Christmas. The most anything has cost me, I think, is £2.40. And I've basically bought a whole load of reduced slippers, socks, bits like that for family. Obviously I'm making socks, but you know, my stepdad likes a specific type of fuzzy sock, and they're exactly the same. Sainsburys get them in every single year, and they're £8, and then when they get reduced they're £2.10. And I like to wear the same socks because obviously I've got larger feet, so yeah, so I'm like, oh, get me and my stepdad some nice socks for Christmas. And then I found some bits and I'm like, oh, my sister would like them, and I'll get myself a pair of, you know, bits to put away. And I'm like, between that and the wool I've bought, that's 8 Christmas presents this month. Holy shit, that's 8 Christmas presents I've done or got the supplies for, so that's quite impressive. So yeah, so when I say I pick up things all year round, I do. I mean, the way I think of it is I picked up, I think it's 6 Christmas presents. Yeah, 6 Christmas presents for £15, because my vest was 25, less than £15, because there's, yeah, came to 39. So, and then there was £3 delivery fee they chucked on. So yeah, so it was like so cheap. So yeah, so 10 out of 10 suggest if you are the kind person who needs to, you know, careful of the pennies, or likes to be careful, you know, buy things and then you know you've got them, like someone likes the same thing year in year out. If you can buy it early when it's reduced, or you find it cheaper, get it and then just store it. I have a present bag and it lasts, basically I buy stuff all year round. And yeah, some of it is birthday, some of it is Christmas. That's how it goes. It works beautifully that way. And yeah, that way I never feel like I'm spending tons of money at Christmas, or I'm, you know, really overdoing it for, you know, and then have a very like sort of, ooh, oh my god kind of moment afterwards. So yeah, so it makes me feel a bit more financially secure, and nice that I've thought of things. And you know, I'm like, this person likes this style slippers, oh my god, they're this cheap, I will get a pair to put away because I know every year they wear for a pair of slippers. You know, I am the person, I wear for a pair of slippers a year. So yeah, that's why I bought my lovely Muji ones I'm currently wearing. I bought 2 pairs reduced, so it worked out to the same price as one full price. One pair I've got on now to wear through, and when these wear through, I already have a pair behind my ears. So yeah, I've waited years for these slippers to get back in stock. So yeah, that kind of thing is what I do. I'm not a mega hoarder or stalker of things, but you know, that's what I do. So there we go. There's my little chat. Oh, sorry, leaning hurts my arm, a bit funny. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go put this food shopping away, and I'll probably catch up with you later this afternoon, or maybe early evening, and give you maybe a cardigan update. Do you want to see it in daylight? Well, it might be an idea. Oh, sorry, I'm very sore. My shoulders and my neck are screamingly sore. So yeah, this is how far I've got. And yeah, it looks really good. I'm really pleased with it. It is obviously quite wide. I already spoke to my mum about it and she's like, you're making me a thing. I'm like, that's true. But yeah, so I'm halfway through a row, so I think I'm going to do this row. I might finish it off here, and then, because it's going to have ribbing at the bottom, I'm thinking the ribbon's going to add a chunk. So yeah, so I like ribbing on a cardigan. I like ribbing at the bottom. I like ribbing around the neck, especially doing the slimmer style like on my sunflower cardigan. So yes, I think that's what I'm going to do is, yeah, finish this row because I'm on a double crochet row. Finish that. and then I can start on the front of the cardigan, because I need to figure out the width of them. Ow, my arm is definitely sore today. It's all in here. And then yeah, start on the front 2 panels and then put it a bit together, and then figure out the arm length. So yeah, this one will be quite a dropped arm in comparison to what I would normally do, so that's why I'm like, well, I'm going to figure out the width of my one, because I want it more sitting at my armhole than dropped. So my mum will be happy with whatever she gets, but this is why I've kind of called it test cardigan. So then I can be like, that's nice, but I need to take 4 inches off of it because it sits in the wrong place for me. So yeah, so that is quite useful. And also, you know, I'm gonna shape the front and make it, obviously start there, and I think make it V going down. So I'm going to start from the bottom up, get to a point, and then start decreasing to make it a V-neck. So thankfully that is on the tutorial, so I can follow the tutorial for that when I get to that point. So I've just got to work up a big block and then get there. So yeah, watching videos today and just figuring my way, but there we go. So cool, food shop, editing, crochet, that is my day now. So there we go. Catch up with you beautiful folks a bit later. Bye. Hello, happy evening. I have done exactly what I said I was going to do today. I have chilled out and I've crocheted for the day. It's been a very chill day here. Ryan has enjoying his last day of the holidays, just doing chill at home stuff. I made a little crochet TikTok, my first one, because it's a Whip Wednesday, work in progress Wednesday, so I thought I'm going to do one and show off what I'm doing. So yeah, so today I've made lots of really good progress. Finished the back panel, got that finished, so that's done. Definitely going to take it in and shape it around the shoulders. I've started and finished front panel, and I've done the increases guessing by myself. I'm quite impressed with myself. It is a bit jaunty, but it is going to have ribbing, so it's not the end of the world. So yeah, so that's one side, which is cool. And I started an in-between project just because I liked having multiple projects on the go. Yeah, I just want something to do that's a bit mindless. So I'm using one of the cotton balls, which actually I looked them up for 3 of them. It's £7, so I did get a pretty good deal with that bundle. I was a bit pessimistic yesterday, but yeah, no. When I look at it, it's all really pretty good stuff, and I didn't get ripped off or anything. I was just a bit in a funny brain yesterday. But I am making a mesh. I'm quite inspired by the old learning a mesh stitch. A mesh shrug shirt. So yeah, so it currently, you know, fits round my front. It's a bit hard to show you, but yeah, it fits round. And yeah, I'm going to do a front panel and then little side bits just so it's square necked. Same on the back, just a bit shorter. And then I'm going to do some sleeves, and I think I'm going to make them big bell sleeves. And yeah, it's going to have these little shots of colour through it. So I'm just working this up as a little comfort thing. I'm using a slightly bigger hook than it says to, so it's just a bit looser. And yeah, this is it's interesting crocheting with cotton because it is a different thing. It does split as you use it, so I find I'm having to like spin it a bit, spin the thread as I use it. So, but yeah, it's worked out pretty good. I'm on row 4 and I only started it at like, you know, 4 o'clock today. So, and the fact I've done one whole side of my cardigan in a day is so good. It's so good. So yeah, so I've kind of written notes to myself about how I did it. So yeah, now I've just got to replicate it. But the joy of that is I can lay it over itself. And then also I can take lots of photos and measurements for future me to replicate it. But I like the decreased, like the V style. Obviously I like it more when I see it on doing edging. I definitely think I'm going to add a little bit of a take in the back, just so it's not so wide. But we live and learn with this. Yeah, so it's been a very productive day. I have done a bit of washing up. I just had the most heathen dinner in the world. Ryan had paninis because obviously got a Tesco order today and he was very happy. So yeah, he had paninis for dinner. He made nice paninis with all the meats in them. I heated up a tin of chicken meatballs and a pack of chicken noodles. Poured out most thought in the noodles so it was, you know, not watered down. And just, yeah, put the meatballs on top and poured a little bit of tomato sauce in with it. And I had a heathen cupboard meal of noodles and meatballs. I just fancied something hot and savoury and quick. And I didn't want a sandwich, basically. So that's what I come up with. So yeah, I've literally just went into my third ball of wool for that. Just literally used like the tiniest bit. So I've still got 3 balls of wool left. And I am well over, I'm halfway because I've got to do the other side, front panel and 2 arms. So with only 2 balls of wool, that's pretty good. And it's wider than the final one will be. So feeling good. And yeah, just, you know, it's just nice and that kind of day. My sister pinged me back some pennies, which was very nice of her, from Paris. So a couple of bits I bought and said, could you actually ping me back the pennies for this? She did. My Vinted parcels are making their way to me because obviously I cheated and did home delivery. I just couldn't be fucked with town this week. I don't know why. I just want to be indoors and in my house, so that's what I'm doing this week. I'm being indoors and in my house. So yeah, so I've got 2 Vinted parcels coming to my house, a Temu delivery and the Sainsburys delivery tomorrow. So yeah, so quite a lot of parcels this week, which will be nice. I don't know how long the wool's going to take because it's coming from overseas, and obviously we've had Easter weekend, and you know, I'm not sure on international mail things with religious holidays, because obviously certain bits of the world are quite religious. So we'll find out. But either way, all is good. I'm very happy with how far I got my cardigan. And I'm pleased I started a new project. And yeah, just, you know, pardon me, just vibing now. So yeah, gonna chill out. It's like 20 to 9, so all is good. And yeah, it's been a very nice chill day, but it's that kind of week. Oh yeah, I've got a video edited and uploaded for tomorrow. It's the vintage haul. So yeah, so I've got that done, which is good. And I have got to put actually I might do that in a minute, put wash load on a clothes area just so that is done and they can sit and dry overnight. But yeah, so what else have I done? No, I've done loads of online stuff and been really productive. Just remembered, I was about to say, I've signed me and Mariah for our own Netflix because we have been stealing everyone else's for a lot of years now, and now none of them work. So we finally bought ourselves a Netflix subscription, and because we've decided we are going to stay on the cheaper Disney subscription with adverts, it means we can now get Netflix for a few quid extra a month than what we'd be paying Disney for no adverts. And it's like, do you know what, fuck it, we'll have both of them with adverts. It's not the end of the world. So yeah, so we now have a Netflix that actually works, because it's a bit like playing, you know, Frogger. If it works, you know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, we're like, oh. So yeah, so we now have a constant working Netflix for a whole $5.99 a month, which is great. My phone bill my lovely little Oppo, I think it's an X5, next month, or you know, 2 weeks time, beginning of May, when my phone bill is my last payment on my device, and I'm officially out of my SIM contract, so I could negotiate a new one, which is great. So yeah, so I'm not changing my phone. I love my phone. Ryan likes his phone. We don't need any new phones in our family. My mum got a new one because my sister got a hand-me-down. We're permanent hand-me-down families. If someone gets a new phone, everyone kind of gets a new phone. It works really well. But yeah, my mum's was sort of starting to die, and then my sister got a new one from she got her partner's old one, so then my mum got her one. So yeah, so it works out really well. Everyone, like, you know, so I haven't had to do my mum a phone, so I haven't had to upgrade, so then everyone gets a phone, which is great. So yeah, and I like my phone. I don't want to upgrade it. It's great. I love the camera. I like it. You know, Rye's happy with his phone. He just needs to empty a load of stuff out of it. So yeah, so we're all happy. So I don't need to be getting a device for any reason, and I'm not the kind of person who needs the newest phone. So yeah, so I'm not getting a new phone as my contract's ended because I don't need one. And I've been able to renegotiate my SIM. I've been O2. Oh, I've been O2 since they were BT Cell now. I've been with them since I was technically 10, because I got a phone a few weeks before my 11th birthday. So I've been with them since they were BT Cellnet, if you can remember back that far. Then they changed to O2, and yeah, so yeah, I've been with them a long time. And yeah, so I just stick with them. I like using them for the competitions, I like using them for the concert entry and the cloakroom stuff and all that, and just, yeah, that works well for me. And I can use my phone abroad. It works beautifully, it works for what I need. But it worked out for the half the price for 6 months and a 6 months free Amazon Music that I've just got to wait till next week when I've had to cancel my Amazon Music subscription for it to work. Basically it works when you don't have an active subscription, one of them bloody links. So yeah, so I get 6 months of Amazon Music for free. My bill is half price, so it's £10.99. Unlimited calls, unlimited texts, 40 gig of data, and when it's back to full price it's 30p more than I'm paying now. And I'm like, well, bearing in mind I plan to do lots of out and abouting and walks and entertainment and bits, it just makes sense. And I thought, fuck it, for 30p more than I'm paying right now, and I get 4 times the internet, it's fine. So that's what I've done. Treated myself to a pile more internet, and saved myself a pile of money, because we have Amazon Music anyway. So, you know, that has saved me nearly 70 quid in Amazon Music, and my phone bill's half the price. So yeah, I am not complaining. Sorry, I keep looking into the moth. There's a tiny moth and it's really annoying me. We had for years closed moths and they annoy the shit out of me. So yeah, so let's see if I can grab it. Oop, oop. No. Finicky little bastards they are. This is why we have like the fly bats, you look like tennis rackets. Not because we have a fly problem, for the moths. So yeah, I have to put batteries back in them. But there we go. So yeah, so there's an update on my day. We've done crochet, I've done lots of online stuff, saved a pile of money, organised a load of things. Think I'm due to organise my Sky again soon. I think it usually emails me, oh yeah, I've got to do my tariffs on my gas and electric. They end next month, so yeah, so I've got to organise them, get cheap tariffs. So yeah, so it is worth keeping on top of these things, because yeah, I've saved myself, if you count the phone bill and the Amazon Music, 140 quid, and I got more stuff for my money. So pretty cushy. It kind of justifies a £6 a month Netflix. So yeah, all is good. But there we go. So yeah, so I'm gonna go chill for my evening, and yeah, I will catch up with you beautiful people tomorrow. I'm hoping my TU order comes tomorrow and we can do a little haul. And yeah, just cracking on. I think I was going to try and get some more of that cardigan done, get the other side done, because then I can attach it at the shoulders and at the sides, and try it on as a finished garment, you know, at least on the body, and then figure out arms. So yeah, but we're getting there. Definitely getting there. And also then I can start working on ribbing as well as the arms. But I think, yeah, my wool is definitely going to be enough, you know, 500 grams. It's going to be plenty of wool for this cardigan, which is nice. So that's a relief, because I thought I fucked up, but I didn't. Actually, I'm going to have more than enough, so that could justify some extras. Maybe a really nice hat, you know, you never know. So yeah, I will catch up with you people folks tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, happy Thursday. Today was our first day back to normal. Boy's off for his long day at college. You just would have seen with that little clip of bits. I've started side 2 of cardigan, just because I can. I did a whole load of stretches yesterday on my hands and my arms, because yeah, I kind of overdid it. So I did a pile of stretches. My hands are feeling better today, so yeah, so definitely going to be doing some crochet hand and arm stretches from now on, just because I don't want to fuck up my hands or anything. So yeah, I've just got some YouTube on. Wash load is it's just gone 9 in the morning as well. I've been up since 5. Belly decided to just inflate with gas and just, yeah, have a moment. So yeah, that was great. Don't know what, but yeah, just body had a reaction to just being alive. So yeah, had this horrible painful bloatedness woke up to, yeah, so dealt with that, but got the boy off to college, just laid in bed just being warm and in a duvet for an hour or so, and then realised it's no good, I'm starving. So yeah, so I've just had some of my knockoff Lucky Charms from Home Bargains. They were very good. In fact, so good I was left with half a bowl of milk, so I just went and refilled the cereal in it. Please let me know if you are that kind of person every now and then, when you just like, yeah, just refill it. So yeah, so I've had like 2-ish bowls of cereal, which is for me a lot of food in the morning. So, but yeah, feeling good. Obviously my questionable cupboard dinner yesterday did not quite tick the boxes. I have just done a Woolies wash load, and I've washed my 2 kilts I got from holiday, which now you know what the hell I'm talking about, because the vintage haul is going live today. So yeah, so if you've watched it, you'll understand what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, wash those 2 and my hat. So yeah, and then I will probably do another wash load as well, because those were only 3 items, but they were pure wool, so I wanted to wash them separately. Yeah. What's today? Obviously today's an end of day, if you could not tell by the Mickey Mouse hoodie. It is... I've got a delivery coming today. Potentially 2 deliveries. We will see how quickly every update they're shipping. So we'll see. My wool I ordered from Spain has arrived in the UK, which is great, and clear customs. So hopefully I'll be getting that in the next, week or so, which would be lovely. So yeah, so then by then I would have done this tester cardigan, and then I'll have all the info I need on bits, on sizing and all that. So yeah, definitely gonna have to watch a proper tutorial on how to decrease necklines though, but I did it before on... Oh no, I did it edged, and then I did it square, and then I did an edge on my sweater vest, but that was obviously not a cardigan. So yeah, actually I'm going to get the clicker out. My little stitch counter I use as a row counter when I'm doing stuff like this, because obviously I've got to get to, where are we, 26 rows before I've got to start decreasing. There is 2 of them. So yeah, so that's... I click it each time I get to the end of a row rather than the beginning, so I don't lose track. So yeah, so that's what I'm kind of going to crack on with today, is get this done. Get another wash load. What's on my jobs list actually? Just click on it. I still haven't changed my bed sheet. Got to change my bed sheet. I've done the Woolies wash. I could tick that off. Do the other front half cardigan. Sew together crochet bag. That's basically putting the zip on, but again I've got to wait for sew the handle on, but then I've got to wait for a zip, so that might go to tomorrow, I think. Yeah. edit my food haul up, like, yeah, get that ready, because obviously that's for Saturday. Then do some washing up, so it's not the worst, to be fair. There we go, putting it back on my crochet instructions, so I don't need them right now, but you know, it's just quite nice to have them there. So yeah, so I'm just going to sit and methodically crochet again this morning. Yeah, my body and brain are quite appreciating an indoor week. I know it's not the most interesting. I'm not going to apologise for it being the most interesting. My life isn't the most interesting all the time. You know, just actually need to rest, and just sometimes you just need an indoor week just to crack on with stuff, you know. And also my kid's been home. He's only went back to college today, although he's been out, you know, for one of the days. I didn't want to be out and about when my kid's home because I've missed him. So, you know, it's all good. Although he has made plans for the weekend where he's pretty much out the whole weekend. Ugh, as per. But it's okay. I don't think I'm going to do the car boot this weekend because it is due to rain Saturday morning, so makes it a bit crap for the car boot. Next week, however, looks pretty good, I think. Ryder just say when he wants, when the weather's, you know, when I go to the car boot, he does want to come again next time, so yeah, when I go, I shall offer it to him. What else? Don't really know. It's just very quiet in my world, you know. Everyone in my family is doing alright and ticking along. You know, there's just nothing big or interesting to report. It's just very chill. You know, which is quite nice actually for it to. I quite like the fact my life is boring now. Because it wasn't boring for such a long time. The fact it's really quite boring. That's in the wrong place, that stitch. Quite boring and sometimes very monotonous is rather lovely because, yeah. Also, it sounds really fucking stupid. I've lovingly appreciated over time my phone not ringing. Got to the point I'd dread my phone ringing. But yeah, I really quite like the fact my phone barely is rung. I get barely any phone calls, and if I do, it's from Ryan, ringing me about his day at college every day, which is great, or, you know, his bits and pieces. Or, it's my best friend. That's it. My mum video calls. My sister messages. My other sister also messages. So yeah, so it's just, yeah, really quite lovely that I don't get phone calls anymore. I'm still mega chuffed about all the saving stuff I did yesterday, because, yeah, it means now that, you know, I've got my phone bill half price for 6 months. I've got Amazon Music free for 6 months. I've just got to put it on next week because, yeah, one of those, you know, can't use it while you've got an active subscription. And mine is active till the 29th, so, but, you know, it's only a week, which is fine. Still got Amazon Music in the meantime. It's just that's when the subscription technically ends, and then restart it. I'm looking forward to being able to sit and watch things on Netflix. Please give me your suggestions for Netflix. I am absolutely dreadful, I will admit. I am dreadful at watching anything. I do not keep up with the newest series or the latest anything. I am absolutely rubbish. I mean, I've only just started, you know, I only got a couple episodes into Squid Games. So yeah, and that's season 1. The fact that there's people are desperately waiting for season 3, you know. So yeah, so I will say I have watched. Obviously, I had a day the other week. It was like quite a couple of weeks ago now. I do like documentaries and stuff, but not necessarily serial killer or murdery stuff. Don't mind it, but you know, anything interesting. But I just don't want to sit and watch, you know, Ted Bundy and all that kind of which, again, weird things being around as a teenager. Relative had a weird obsession with serial killers back when it wasn't the norm to watch programs about it or buy magazines about it and all that kind of thing. You know, it was very weird, and you get very side eye glances. But yeah, I read all kinds of books and things as a teenager. So I said to my son yesterday, said the amount of weird shit I've absorbed and had as a teenager and while growing up, it's no wonder I am just such a weird adult. I said, yeah, honestly. But yeah, so yeah, not particularly, you know, wanting anything particularly serial killery, please. That's not my cup of tea anymore. Yeah, you know, 20 plus years of that kind of, no, you know. But yeah, give us your Netflix suggestions. Would happily appreciate it, bits, just so I can add them to my list, because I currently have an empty list on Netflix for suggestions. So, and I've obviously started blank on my algorithm, so yeah, so I get to start fresh, which is quite fun actually. So yeah, so no, throw us out some suggestions, let me know what you think, you know, would be an interesting watch. I mean, I will also say I happily love trash TV. I am an MTV kid. I like Geordie Shore, I liked Are You the One? I mean, I watched, you know, was it Rock of Love? I watched Flavor Flav. I've watched all the bullshit TV programs over time. So yeah, so I do love a bit of garbage TV as well. I've watched chunks of the Real Housewives stuffs over the years. I haven't watched it in a lot of years, but yeah, the last one I was watching through was like Orange County back in the time. But yeah, so I know the Mormon one's meant to be interesting. So yeah, so that would be but yeah, so no, throw us out suggestions. The worst I can say is, oh, not quite, but thank you. But yeah, I'm happy for suggestions. You never know, and it's, yeah, throw things at me. Just, yeah, I'll duck if they're not quite, but you know, there is no such thing as a wrong answer when you give suggestions, is there? So yeah, so please let me know. But yeah, I'm going to sit this morning. I'm going to go put that wash load on a mega spin, because obviously being a Woolies wash load, it would only let me do a 800 spin, and I want it to be much drier than that, because wool absorbs water, well, you know. So yeah, so I need to go give it a really good spin, because there's a lot of fabric in kilts, and washing kilts means, yeah. So I'm going to go give that a mega spin, just because I know it's not jumpers, so, and yeah, get that all good, and then I can get them drying, and yeah, crack on with some more washing from the hallway. But I mean, it's amazing how quickly it grows. I'm already on row 2. Oh god, someone's YouTube is loud. Let's pause them. But yeah, so I'm going to carry on crocheting, put that washing machine on a spin, just so I can get that, you know, as dry as possible, and then get it out and get another load in. Yeah, so we will see how the day continues, but I'll just chat with you while I crochet this morning, because it's that kind of morning. I am thoroughly enjoying being in a fuzzy thing and tracky bottoms. I am in comfy mode. It's marvellous. So yeah, I will say that is one nice thing about being home, is I can just be in piece of shit blob mode, and it's fine. I will say yesterday my temperature was shit. I was so cold most of the day. Still feel it now, I'm a bit shivery, but I'm denying the fact I could possibly just be feeling a bit run down, because I don't want to be. There's a high chance I'm just a bit run down. So yeah, but not full on poorly, but you know, I can hear it in my voice. I sound tired. So I think my body is tired. So yeah, so if I can chill indoors and do sitting down activities that, you know, don't involve too much thinking, it's the best of both worlds. So yeah, so there we go. So I'm nearly at the end now of row 4. Oh, Speedy Gonzales in our way through it. So yeah, so I get to just now rinse and repeat for another 22 rows, and then we get to start decreasing and working on matching it to the other bit of the cardigan. So yeah, but hey ho, fun times. So even if I just did 26 rows today and just did a whole load of monotonous crochet and did the thinking stuff another day, I'm cool with that. That's really cool. I didn't say I was going to finish this today, I said I was going to start it. That's the difference. I do have my mesh jumper thing, my mesh shrug is what I've been calling it. I started yesterday in the cotton, which yeah, I did a couple more rows in yesterday and got to the coloured section of the wall and did that, so that was pretty fun. So there we go. So there, I'm going to do as I said, and I'll catch up with you later. Bye. Hello. I'm doing well today in the level of being chill. Let me just mute this TV. I went for a lay down. Didn't have a nap, just laying down. Body just hit a wave of no, which was fun. So I lay down. Feel better for it. It's now, by the way, about just coming up to 1:30. So yeah, I have just done 20 rows of the cardigan front. I've got to do another 6 before we start decreasing. So there we go, that's getting done. Even if I just get to the 6 today and get that chunk done, I'm chuffed. You know, there is no racing in crochet. I'll cover this just in case. We got a Temu order because I actually needed something from there. It wasn't just a whimsy, it was a actual need. So yeah, so ow, sorry, my shoulder hurts. There we go. Why is there always a weak bit on these bags and there's a really strong bit? It doesn't make sense. But yeah, so my Temu order, I ordered a handful of stuff, as you do when you get a Temu order. I got these because I want to do some more baking, and I thought these would be very good for just proofing bread and proving like enriched doughs and when things need covering but need to be left to rest. Obviously, having done the French bread, the no knead French bread recently, yeah, it all stuck to the tea towel, didn't it? So yeah, so I got these like food covers, just easier than using cling film. So yeah, so I got those. I got a pack with some more crochet hooks, just because where I keep using the same handful of sizes, and obviously I like to leave the hook with a project. If I'm doing a project and they've both got the same size, also this has got some half sizes in and they're slightly different to hold. So yeah, so useful for the half sizes, and also the doubles of like 4 and 5 and 4.5 and 5 and all that. I can leave them with a project, so I can like have multiple projects on the go and stuff to take out without worrying, shit, where's my one hook? I'm good. So yeah, so I've got them. I got this for the card box for Ryan's birthday. Obviously it's not till October, but you know, it's your birthday. It's covered in budgies. Stupid and necessary. I got these hopefully to fit in the pink and blue bag I've made, if not just to be useful anyway. No, they should fit really well actually. Let's just grab it. Let's give it a tester. I didn't actually measure them against the bag because that would be sensible, wouldn't it? Oh my god, it fits perfectly. Well, there we go. Now I've got no excuse not to finish my bag tomorrow. I bought some zips. They're a hoop top. Come on. Hoop top, and then they zip up and they're little rainbow hearts. So yeah, so I got 5 of them. So there we go. So I've got some bag zips, which isn't something I typically have in my like sewing stock. Usually I've got dress zips and they're quite long, so very actually useful to have some bag zips. And also speaking of bag stuff, I got a whole load of hardware, like some D clips with some grabbers on them, some just D rings and sliders in like a dark silvery grey colour. There was this amazing crossbody bag I wanted to make last year, but I only ever got round to making my backpack. So I thought if I get some hardware, which that bag needs, and then obviously I've got zips and various things, I can hopefully make my little crossbody bag, of which I've got the pattern and it's all cut out ready to go. I just need to actually make it. So yeah. Well, there. I'm going to say, I ordered some tiny things and they always get hidden. I have accidentally almost thrown something away before because it got tucked in the bottom. So always triple check your bags. I got these because these just seem like a really smart idea. These are hangers. I'm going to put them in my room on my rail, and you put your caps on them and hang multiple caps off one hanger. So for the summer I can hang my hats up, and also I can hang up some of Ryan's hats because he's got a lot of caps. And then yeah, they're grabbable without being squished or falling down. So if you want to grab a hat, you can just grab it off my rail, because I've got the bottom rail is closed and the top one is like tights and scarves, and then there's a gap. So I thought we'll hang the hats on it this summer, and these looked very, very useful for that job, because I do struggle with like hat storage. With all the various projects I'm making, and obviously I'm wanting to try and do some more in the round stuff, and starting from the top where you do things in like rows and like increases and stuff. I got a whole load of like safety pin style stitch markers, if it will show you them. There we go. Obviously crochet, and then I also got these ones which were just a bit big and obnoxious, which is my idea of amazing. I didn't buy any stitch markers in Paris just because they only had a few and they weren't, you know, quite what I wanted. But these ones, sorry, I'm trying to get it to focus on the stitch markers and not my face. Ugh. They are little ghosts, spooky houses and pumpkins. So yeah, so I've got some bigger stitch markers. So yeah, they're all good. And then the main thing I got, which was the biggest necessary and needed thing, especially now I have ordered some more skeins of wool, is a wool winder. Obviously I'm going to have to give it a good Google and figure out how the hell to use it. It's a bit smushed, but it was just in a bag, so yeah. Oh, it has some instructions in the box, that is good. We will see how useful they are. But yeah. Oh, I think we drop in a bit of it. So yeah, so there we go. Obviously got a little clip there to clip onto, probably it will be the little table thing, and you spin, and it will spin the, assuming it's this, and then you put the wool through one of these kind of things. I will figure it. There are instructions, so yeah. But yeah, so either way, it will wind a ball of wool up from a skein, so I'll hold it on something and it will take it from long length into a ball, which is then makes it usable. So yeah, so it has got some instructions. So that is what I kind of needed, was a ball winder. So yeah. Yeah, winding yarn into a cordless ball, typical from skein form. Skein. But yeah, so that's why I got that. And there we go. So there is the first of my hopefully 3 deliveries coming today. I have got the Temu orders just come, and then I have got a Sainsburys Tu clothing order coming, and then one of my things off Vinted is coming. So yeah, so there we go. But yeah, I'm gonna sit and finish these 6 rows of just basic rows of crochet on this thing. I don't think I'm going to do any increases or anything today. I just fancy mindless crochet where you do the same thing over and over and over again. I don't want to think today. I'm just a bit tired. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, is get to this 6 rows, leave that there, and then just work mindlessly on my little structure top, because that is good old mindless and repetitive. It's what my brain's kind of craving today. So yeah, so I'll catch up with you a bit later when I get some more bits, and we will do those little hauls. So yeah, so today's a mini haul day, along with me just resting, because yeah, body and brain are just feeling a bit tired, just a bit. So fun times. So yeah, so I'll see you later when I get another knock on the door with another parcel. Hello. My Sainsbury's and one of my 2 Vinted parcels have arrived as well. I was on a really nice long video chat with my mum. My Vinted parcel is this. I think it's merino wool, I don't know. It feels a smidgen rough for it, but either way, it was £5 on Vinted. I did see it on Temu, but it's pretty, it's pastel. It's sock weight yarn. Be great for making some socks. So yeah, so I've got that. Then my Sainsbury's order arrived, which is why I've taken my hoodie off temporarily, so I can show you a nice thing that came with it. So let me just get all these things to show you properly. The slippers were £2.10, the socks were like £2.40. It's an idea on some prices. I got myself a pair of these ballerina style slippers to put away for Christmas, birthday. I got my sister a pair as well. There's a pair for me, 2 for my stepdad, of these Heat Tech socks. They're great. They're like, can fit them in like docks, because me and my stepdad both wear docks, but they're like crazy fluffy warm, and yeah, they're really good. So £8 a pair, down to £2.10. I've got what they had left basically online. So yeah, so all these things are going in the present bag. These can be for my mum. I've got to show her them, she likes them. They're willy boot socks, but she wears boots. So boot socks in animal print, and then there's some on the foot of that one. So yeah, these were down to like £2.10, £2.40 as well. Another piece de la resistance, the best bit, is this denim vest. I'm pleased I went with the measurements. I was very smart. I'm not one who usually reads measurements, I just buy a size. I read the measurements for once, and I went because obviously I have my recent measurements, because I did them for when I was in Paris, for when I was vintage shopping, in case I needed anything. And I always have a tape measure in the front of my little bag, and in case I needed to measure a garment, to know, you know, against what I knew my measurements were. So yeah, it's a very good thing to do if you're not wanting to try on or can't try on clothes. So yeah, but this I did against my bust measurement, which would be the bit I would want it to fit comfortably, and I'm pleased I went with the size, and I did. This is an extra large. It was £25 because it is new in, but I love it. Honestly love it. I can't wait to add little bits of customization and patches and pin badges and layer it. It's going to be so good for this spring summer. It is a denim vest with little ruffles on the shoulders, and it's got little pockets with little scallops, and it's got pink buttons, and yeah, this is an extra large, which I got for my bust. I will turn the camera and I'll stand up so you can see why. Please excuse the rest of me, I'm in my pyjamas, we're on cozy day. You already know this by now. So yeah, but this is it on. And yeah, it feels really nicely under the arm. I've got just the right, as my mum said, she went, it's just the right level of extra that you'd do if you made it. And I'm like, I would, just that little bit. So yeah, so if I wanted something warmer under it, I could layer something warmer. There is space to chuck a hoodie underneath kind of vibes, or a crochet cardie, you know, and still do it up. I mean, and still have room, you know. So there is, yeah, it's so good. I really like it, and I like the fact, sounds silly, it doesn't have a collar. I love the fact it's cut round, because I've had a lot of denim jackets over my time, and yeah, sweaty neck, you stain the, you get the back of the jackets all gross, and over time it just yellows the denim. Doesn't matter what you use to wash it, how much you scrub it, all the stain removers, just doesn't come out. So yeah, so having no collar, I can't muck up the back of my jacket, being just a hot, sweaty, anxiety mess I can be. But yeah, I love it. It's going to look really good on t-shirts, with a dress. It's just, yeah, it's really pretty. I said to my mum as well, I'm like, it's the first thing I've spent full price money on. I actually paid full price for this. Paid £25. I'd always wait for a sale, but literally there are 2 sizes left, large and extra large. I'm like, what one should I do? And then I was like, read the measurements, and I read them, and I'm like, I know what level I want this at, and I would like it, if it were a denim jacket with its arms cut off, comfort level, not extremely tight. I want to be able to button it up if I'm cold, kind of vibes. So yeah, so it's a little loose in a few places, like on the stomach, but again, bloke friendly. So, and it's just so cute with the little ruffles, and scallops just make my heart. So yeah, so this was my indulgence, but isn't it lovely? Me and my mum were thinking of the colour description. It was like, it's not pink, and it's like peachy. It's very like sort of, as she said, she went, it's like salmony peach in like the best way, and it does have, you know, being that kind of peachy colour, in my brain immediately gives it an 80s vibe. So yeah, so I'm like, with a really good dress and some fun shoes and a hat, or a little scarf, a headscarf or something wrapped around my head when it's being big, it'd be so fun. So yeah, so I'm very happy with this. It makes me happy. So yeah, I have a nice thing in my wardrobe, which is new to me, and just new in general, which is lovely. But yeah, I have one more vintage delivery due, but it's not today. And that is 2 more skeins of wool, but also it's quite cool now, because I've got, yeah, this one. It does have instructions, they're partly folded over, but I don't think they're on the other side. So, but yeah, it doesn't have much info on it, but either way, even if it's acrylic, it's pretty colours, so you know, will be fun just for, and it's the right weight for socks, so I don't mind, you know, just because something's, it just says the natural and hand dyed yarn. It's called merino wool, it's not, so I don't know. If you know, let me know. But yeah, I'm happy either way. Either way. So yeah, so there we go. Wool, clothes, supplies for crocheting, all good. So yeah, so I'm going to put my hoodie back on, because that is the vibe I'm going for today. Quite hungry, I might get something to eat. Yeah, I finished the 20 something rows. I've already put it down on the floor. 26 rows on the front of the cardigan. I don't want to do decreases today. I just don't want to do anything complicated, so I'm not going to. So I'm on this, and I've already done like 2 rows of this, so I'm going to sit and mindlessly crochet today and try and get the front of my mesh jumper done. or just mindlessly crochet as much as I want to, and then I'll stop, you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna have fun, you know. I think over the weekend with like my wool winder and playing around trying to figure out how to wind up the skeins of wool into balls. But yeah, but for now I will bid you adieu. Please ignore the bike. And yeah, catch up with you lovely folks tomorrow, where it might just be a brief little bit, and then I will edit, just because, yeah, I don't know if I'm even going to continue this in tomorrow. There's not much going on tomorrow. I don't know. I might give myself tomorrow off of everything, just because I can feel myself being tired and a bit just run down, but not poorly. I was saying to my mum, I can hear it in my own voice. I sound tired and just a bit run down, and I don't want to push myself into anything of feeling really quite shit. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take tomorrow and this weekend for myself, have a couple days just to do what I fancy, see what I do. I've got to edit some vlogs, I've got to edit this vlog, I've got to edit 2 hauls for the weekend. So you're still getting another 3 videos out of me this week. It's just, yeah, I think I need to give myself a couple of days just to really rest, because literally all I've done, obviously I rested till things stopped hurting, but not till I wasn't tired. That's the difference. So yeah, so I'm still, obviously my muscles are still not great in my back, still not grand, but yeah, so I think that's what I might do, is give myself tomorrow just as a nicey on the weekend, and I can just sit and be as self-indulgent as I fancy. And if that self-indulgence is rotting in an hoodie crocheting, that's what I want to do. Or if I go out, that's what I want to do. We will see. But yeah, I'm not going to put pressures on myself. That's what I'm kind of really getting back into and really relearning. So yeah, so I think I'm going to leave the weekly vlog here today, so you get 4 out of 5 days. But oh, that was a crunch. Got to do my stretches, I think, for my wrist. You got several hauls out of it. You've got a Temu haul, a Temu haul, a Tesco haul. Yeah, quite a few hauls, and then of course all my Paris stuff that I've been uploading. Thank you so much for watching and any comments you've given. There's one on the haul on the wall video I've got to reply to. But yeah, so yeah. Oh, so that gives me a chance, if I just rest this weekend, do stupid shit, like I want to do voiceovers on my TikToks and upload them. I've got so many TikToks sitting there waiting. And now I did one the other day about Whip Wednesday. My mum was like, by the way, what the hell is Whip Wednesday? And I was like, work in progress. She's like, that makes sense. Call from suspected scam. 2 seconds, have some fun. It would like to talk to me on job. Please add me on WhatsApp. Hey. Living the dream. Just, yeah. Love the stupidness of life sometimes. But yeah, so as I was saying, yeah. Thank you if you've left any comments on any of my vlogs and bits and pieces. And yeah, I have also been doing, like, you know, I want to catch up on my TikToks, get all the Paris ones out, so then I'm kind of up to date. And yeah, I just want to do some bits without having to note it down, really. So yeah, so I think I'm going to round up this weekly vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's not been, you know, it's been a zigzag week, but you know, we do try. But yeah, hopefully by next week my body would be really back to normal physically, and yeah, just go for this little weird mental blip where I'm like, I don't leave the house, and I'm like, I'll be fine next week. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please drop us a like and subscribe if you are new, and yeah, if you are a beloved, beautiful person, yeah, drop us a comment. You know, how's your week been? You know, what have you been up to? Is there anything particular like to my hauls? What do you think of my little denim vest? You know, I feel like I need to do Mr. Burns, because there's always a Simpsons song for every situation. See my vest, see my vest. There is always a Simpsons quote for every situation in life, says me. So yeah, so, but on that fine note, I'll catch up with you beautiful people in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will catch up with you next time. Bye.